fuck? I ain't know that this nigga was live. Yo, chat. What's poppin', chat? There's my goat, dude.
I'm also pleased to say that the next time the Olympic torch is lit, it will be here in America for the 2028 Olympics, and it's the summer version right in Los Angeles. We're gonna
Damn
do a good job
right.
in Los Angeles.
Alright, shit. What's up, Dion? What up, Hardy? How you doing? I'm going to LA in March.
And Los Angeles is going to be safe, just like Washington, D.C. is now one of the safest cities in the country.
I guess D.C. one of the safest cities in the country.
And this
They got
year,
young niggas going lawless
and I
over
must
there.
say, I got them both. I got them in my first term, and I was disappointed because I didn't think I'd be the president when this happened. But strange things took place, and now I've got them because I got the Olympics and I got the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and I wanted to claim the 250th, but I didn't get away with that one. I couldn't claim that one for myself. But we're getting the World Cup, so we have the World Cup and the Olympics coming, and that is exciting news.
Okay? Yo, what up, chat? This is the official State of the Union. Trump addresses the nation.
So this will be a year to celebrate our country and the heroes who have kept it free. Men like Buddy Taggart.
Who?
At age 17, Buddy volunteered to defend America in World War II, serving in the Pacific under the great General Douglas MacArthur. He fought bravely in the famous Battle of Manila, worked so hard. He was badly wounded and
They
almost
fought
killed
in
by
Manila?
enemy machine guns in Luzon. And 81 years ago this month, he liberated the largest internment camp in the Philippines, one of the largest anywhere in the world. But he earned many honors, including a Purple Heart.
Who is this
and a
nigga
Bronze
right
Star,
here?
came
Who the nigga
home,
behind
started
Trump?
a family, and tonight he is in the gallery looking forward to July 4th, 2026, his 100th birthday.
What? He was born on July 4th? It wouldn't be a Westminster. It wouldn't be a Westminster without that tree. Damn, that nigga is old as fuck. Shout out to my vets. Your vice president, what's up, cat? Wes, is this your GOAT? Ah!
So, Buddy, you're a brave man, and we salute you. Even in times of challenge, setback, and immense heartache, the spirit of 1776 has always shone through very brightly.
That nigga
it was
birthday?
July 4th of last year when
nigga birthday was July
floodwaters tore
4th?
through a girls' summer camp in Central Texas. One of the worst things I've ever seen. I was there.
Oh, wow.
Rising 26 feet in the matter of minutes, tragically claiming many, many lives. You all remember that one. As the waters threatened to sweep her away, 11-year-old Millie Kate McClelland closed her eyes and prayed to God. She thought she was going to die. Those prayers were answered when Coast Guard rescue swimmer Scott Ruskin descended from a helicopter above.
Hell yeah.
Nobody knew where he came from. It was Scott's first ever rescue mission. A young guy, but very brave, very top, always top in his class. And he lifted not just Millie Kate, but 164 others to safety.
That's a fucking hero right there. That's what we like to call a true patriot.
People watched Scott from a distance, and they couldn't believe what they were seeing. The winds were blowing, the rain was pouring, everything was going, and that rapid water, nobody's ever seen anything like it. They said, wow, that's something. Tonight, Scott and Millie Kate are here together, reunited.
Wait, did he
for the
address
very
the
first
Mexico
time.
shit
Thank
yet?
You, Scott, Millie Kate.
Did he address Mexico? Oh my God, that fat bitch could barely get up. Yo, what's up, Mr. Dees?
And Petty Officer Ruskin, I'm pleased to inform you that I am now awarding you the Legion of Merit for extraordinary heroism, which is what it was, extraordinary heroism. Thank you.
USA! USA! USA!
And I'd like to have the military aide to please come down and take
Did he
care of the
address
service.
Epstein?
Military aide. Thank
Yo, what's
you
good,
very much.
Anaya?
Take care of that very important service. Thank you very much.
You know that nigga not gonna talk
From
about the files.
1776 to today, every generation of Americans has stepped forward to defend life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Facts.
And they're really doing it for the next generation. But now it's our turn. Together, we're building a nation where every child has the chance to reach higher and go further, where government answers to the people, not the powerful, and where the interests of hardworking American citizens are always our first and ultimate concern.
All right,
That
this
is the
nigga
debt
just
we
lied
owe
on
to
3
the
different
heroes
occasions.
who came before us, and that is the promise we must keep to America for our 250th year. Last year, I urged this Congress to begin the mission by passing the largest tax cuts in American history, and our Republican majorities delivered so beautifully. Thank you, Republicans.
Nigga, I ain't seen none of them tax credits. I ain't seen none of them. I ain't seen none of them shits. What the fuck?
All Democrats, every single one of them, voted against these really important and very necessary, massive tax cuts.
I better not to have pay any I better not to
They
have pay any
wanted
taxes this year.
large-scale tax increases to hurt the people instead.
What?
But we held strong, and with the great, big, beautiful bill, we gave you no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors.
Mid. I'm not gonna lie, mid. Like, what the
And we
what the
also
fuck is
made
the great
interest
big
on
beautiful
auto loans
bill?
tax deductible the first time, but only if the car is made in America.
You're giving, all right, nigga. There's only like 4 car companies that are made in America. Nigga, it's only like Ford.
Recently in Pennsylvania, I met Megan Hemhauser.
Nigga, the only one I know is Ford.
Homeschools her children.
No, I have a Volkswagen,
Beautiful,
nigga.
2
Nah, yeah, I
children
got a
during the day while
Volkswagen.
waiting tables at night as her husband works overtime operating
Chevy.
very heavy equipment. Megan is here this evening, and she's happy to
Bro,
tell you
all the
that
fucking
she is
muscle shit.
so
Nobody's
much
buying
richer
muscle cars, nigga,
because
for a tax
with no
deductible.
tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and our expanded child tax credit done again by Republicans, Megan and her husband will take home more than $5,000 extra just for the year, cutting her tax bill in more than half.
Yo, what's good, Sam?
Megan, please stand up. We're fighting for you, Megan.
I'm not gonna lie. Fuck Megan. Look at the girl next to her.
Thank you, Megan.
She know about Megan.
We're fighting
she
for
know.
you, Megan. Under our bill, parents like Megan can
Big girl
also
over here
activate
know.
their children's brand new Trump accounts. And I didn't name it. I did not name that.
Wait, niggas is giving out what? Hold on, repeat that, nigga. He's giving out a what account?
Nobody believes me, but I did not name it. It was named by a very tall man sitting right there in the third row.
You
Nice,
niggas got
good
Trump
man.
accounts?
Tax-free investment accounts for every American child. This is something that's so special and has taken off and gone through the roof. Millions will be pre-funded courtesy of the U.S. Treasury and private individuals like Michael and Susan Dell, who have donated $6.25 billion to fund the Trump accounts for 25 million American children.
So we got random. Look at this. We got random niggas giving out $6 billion just to help Americans. Yeah? Just to help Americans. We got two random ass niggas giving out $6 billion.
He says, well, I just sat on my dorm in school and I made computers and I'd sell them to people. And I just kept selling and selling and selling. And pretty amazing story. That's called the American dream. He sold a lot of computers, a lot of those laptops.
Okay.
So I congratulate him on that, but I really thank him and Susan, as well as others like Brad Gerstner.
What's up, Lamb?
Tremendous guy. He was behind it right from the beginning. Brad Gerstner. Thank you, Brad.
Yo, is this like one big ass shout? Yo, is this like a fucking, yo, shout out to my dogs, shout out to my boys, just get to the hockey team? I'm not gonna lie, we already missed it. I'm kind of late. They already presented the hockey team.
These young people's accounts could grow to over $100,000 or more by the time they turn 18. Think of it. How much money is that for somebody that started with nothing? Over 100,000, could be much more than that. To make this investment in our children's future, go to TrumpAccounts.gov. TrumpAccounts.gov. And a lot of people are doing it. It's setting every record in the book. It's popular. They knew what it was going to take. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of the people that got it started. And now it's just taken off. One of the primary reasons for our country's stunning economic turnaround, the biggest in history, where the Dow Jones broke 50,000 4 years ahead of schedule, and the S&P hit 7,000, where it wasn't supposed to do it for many years, were tariffs. I used these tariffs, took in hundreds of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically and on a national security basis.
Gang, how long has he been president
well.
for?
Countries that were ripping us off for decades are now paying us hundreds of billions of dollars. They were ripping us so badly, you all know that. Everybody knows it. Even the Democrats know it. They just don't want to say it.
What has he done wait, how long has he been president so far?
And so are we. We made deals. The deals are all done. And they're happy. They're not making money like they used to, but we're making a lot of money. There was no inflation, tremendous growth, and the big story was how Donald Trump called the economy correctly, and 22 Nobel Prize winners in economics didn't. They got it totally wrong. They got it really wrong. And then just 4 days ago, an unfortunate ruling from the United States Supreme Court, it just came down. It came down. Very unfortunate ruling.
Watch this version.
But the good news is that almost all countries and corporations want to keep the deal that they already made.
Why?
Right, Scott? Knowing that the legal power that I, as
Why did
president,
this nigga just send me
have to
a
make
Rumble
a new
account?
deal could be far worse for them, and therefore they will continue to work along the same successful path that we had negotiated before the Supreme Court's unfortunate involvement.
Wait,
So
this nigga
despite
says the hard
disappointing
R?
ruling, these powerful country saving. It's saving our country, the kind of money we're taking in. Peace protecting. Many of the wars I settled was because of the threat of tariffs. I wouldn't have been able to settle them without. Will remain in place under fully approved and tested alternative legal statutes.
My fucking content doesn't revolve around fucking politics.
They have been tested for a long time. They're a little more complex.
We're a whole bunch of
but
fucking
they're actually
retards
probably
over here.
Better. We need for a solution that will be even stronger than before. Congressional action will not be necessary. It's already time tested and approved. And as time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern-day system of income tax taking a great financial burden off the people that I love.
My nigga, wait. He doesn't need the Congress approval to do this shit no more?
Right?
No, you always need Congress. Oh, he's just saying he's thanking Congress because they ruled in his favor.
Factories, jobs, investment, and trillions of dollars will continue pouring into the United States of America because we finally have a president who puts America first. I put America first. I love America. For decades before I came along, we had the exact opposite. From trade to healthcare, from energy to immigration, everything was stolen and rigged in order to drain the wealth out of the productive, hardworking people who make our country great, who make our country run. Under Biden and his corrupt partners in Congress and beyond, it reached a breaking point with the Green New scam, open borders for everyone. They poured in by the millions and millions from prisons, from mental institutions. They were murderers, 11,888 murders. They came into our country. You allowed that to happen.
Home run.
And record-setting inflation that cost the typical family $34,000 in just a speck of time. Now the same people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly use the word affordability, a word they just used it. Somebody gave it to them, knowing full well that they caused and created
or house money
the increased
Biden and his corrupt partners, a nigga deep in the Jeffrey Epstein files, by the way.
You caused that problem.
Hey, he's saying, yo, you corrupt partners. Hey, nigga, ain't you on them lists, boy? Hey, ain't you on them lists, boy? He talking about corrupt.
Yeah,
you was touching 13-year-olds, nigga.
They knew it. They knew their statements were a dirty, rotten lie. Their policies created the high prices. Our policies are rapidly ending them. We are doing really well.
I'm not gonna lie, he
prices are plummeting downward.
I will not lie to you, bro. This nigga Trump he is reverting everything that them niggas did in the last 10 years. I'm not gonna lie, he's taking everything out.
60%.
Shit's crazy.
Madam Secretary, thank you. The cost of chicken, butter, fruit, hotels, automobiles, rent is lower today than when I took office by a lot.
Nigga,
and
you
even beef, which was very high, is starting to come down.
Nigga, you lying.
Just hold on a little while. We're getting it down.
Nigga, you lying. Butter, chicken. Nigga said rent is down. This nigga lying.
To achieve just a short time ago. Nobody can believe when they see the kind of numbers, and especially energy, when they see energy going down to numbers like that, they cannot believe it. It's like another big tax cut. I'm also confronting one of the biggest ripoffs of our times, the crushing cost of health care caused by you. Since the passage of the Unaffordable Care Act, sometimes referred to as Obamacare, big insurance companies have gotten rich, meant for the insurance companies, not for the people. With our government giving them hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars a year, as their stock prices soared 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, and even 1,700%, like nothing else.
Increase.
That's why I introduced the great health care plan. I want to stop all payments to big insurance companies and instead give that money directly to the people so they can buy their own health care, which will be better health care at a much lower cost.
Okay, but how the fuck is that going to be real? How the fuck is that? All right, baby boy, I hear what you're saying. How the fuck are you going to make that happen? What the?
In addition, my plan requires maximum price transparency. That's a big deal.
Okay.
So simple, so big. And I did that in
Why
my
didn't
first
you-
term, and the Democrats immediately
keep paying
terminated it with full knowledge that they were doing a very bad thing for the people. Costs were going to go way up, and that's what happened, and now I'm bringing them way down on health care and everything else. I'm also ending the wildly inflated cost of prescription drugs like has never happened before.
Oh my God! He's giving niggas more drugs! What the fuck? We don't need this!
Other presidents tried to do it, but they never could. They tried.
We don't need more
Most
drugs,
didn't try,
nigga. Why are we
actually.
giving these niggas pills?
They tried. They said they tried.
You see the
They
niggas
couldn't
in
do
San
it.
Francisco,
They were all talk and no action, but I got it done.
Yes.
Under my just enacted most favored nation agreements, Americans who have for decades paid by far the highest prices of any nation anywhere in the world for prescription drugs will now pay the lowest price anywhere in the world for
muscle
drugs.
relaxers, yes.
Anywhere. The lowest price.
Yeah, let's give niggas more muscle relaxers. Let's send Corey
So
back
my
to the fucking
first
cuckoo
year
house.
of the second term. Should be my third term.
Like, we
But
third.
strange things happen. I took prescription drugs, a very big part of healthcare, from the highest price in the entire world to the lowest. That's a big achievement. The result is price differences of 300, 400, 500, 600% and more. All available right now at a new website called TrumpRx.gov. And I didn't name that one either, by the way.
This nigga has his own pharmacy? Wait.
And here tonight is
This nigga made his own prescription drugs.
Hey, bada.
Gang, what
Home
the?
run.
Yo!
She my meds with no insurance is like 3K. That's insane.
that big discount, and it is big. Catherine Rayner. For 5 years, she and her husband have struggled with infertility, and they turned to IVF. One drug has been costing Catherine $4,000 to purchase. But a few weeks ago, she logged onto the TrumpRx website and got that same drug that cost $4,000, got it for under $500, a reduction of much more, actually, than $3,500. Catherine, we are all praying for you, and you're going to be a great mom.
These niggas got Ozempic for the... Yo! This nigga has Ozempic for the low?
Codify my most favored nation program into
Yo,
law. Now, the
this
one
gotta
thing I'm
be
not sure
illegal,
about is
right?
Because it's going to be very hard for somebody that comes along after me to say, let's raise drug prices by 700 or 800%. But John and Mike, if you don't mind, codify it anyway.
Shit was a ban?
They may do
That's
it.
not- it's not
Codify it anyway. Thank you.
Ozempic not
Many
cheap.
Americans are also concerned that energy demand from AI data centers could unfairly drive up their electric utility bills. Tonight, I'm pleased to announce that I have negotiated the new Ratepayer Protection Pledge. You know what that is? We're telling the major tech companies that they have the obligation to provide for their own power needs. They can build their own power plants as part of their factory, so that no one's prices will go up, and in many cases, prices of electricity will go down for the community, and very substantially down. This is a unique strategy never used in this country before. We have an old grid. It could never handle the kind of numbers, the amount of electricity that's needed. So I'm telling them they can build their own plant. They're going to produce their own electricity. It will ensure the company's ability to get electricity while at the same time lowering prices of electricity for you, and could be very substantial for all of you cities and towns. You're going to see some good things happen over the next number of years. Another pillar of the American dream that has been under attack is home ownership. With us tonight is Rachel Wiggins, a mom of two from Houston. She placed bids on 20 homes and lost all of those bids to gigantic investment firms that bypassed inspection.
God damn, the bitch
paid
pays
all cash
20 bids?
and
She couldn't
turned
get a
those
crib?
houses into rentals, stealing away her American dream. She was devastated. Stories like this are why last month I signed executive order to ban large Wall Street investment firms from buying up in the thousands single-family homes.
Okay, hold on. All right, that's a positive. He's telling the big niggas, yo, get the fuck away from the crib.
And
that's
now
not
I'm
bad.
asking
That's not
Congress
bad.
to make that ban permanent because homes for people, really, that's what we want. We want homes for people, not for corporations. Corporations are doing just fine. Raysel, thank you very much. Good luck with your home. You'll get one soon.
Okay. All right, okay. So feel me, niggas can cop cribs now, chat. Niggas can cop cribs now.
We're also working to make it easier for Americans to save for retirement. And under this administration, we will always protect Social Security and Medicare. They are not protecting it for our seniors. We will always protect.
Damn, yo, he is
Social
dissing
Security,
the fuck out of the
Medicare,
Democrats.
Medicaid. Since I took office, the typical 401k balance is up by at least.
Yo, y'all see the girls that was down here?
30,000.
Who is he pointing at? He's
That's
pointing
a
at the
lot of money.
Democrats.
We have
Because the
millions and
Democrats is
millions
there
of
at the
people
house with him.
because
So
the
his,
stock market has done
he
so well,
dissing
setting
his
all those
ops
records.
right in front of
The
him. This
401ks
shit
are
low
way
key
up.
hard.
Yet half of all of working
He
Americans
dissing his
still do
ops
not
in
have
front of
access to a
him,
retirement
and
plan
his
with
ops
matching
gotta
contributions
basically
from
they gotta take
an
it.
employer. To remedy this gross disparity,
Like,
I'm
no matter what.
announcing that next year my administration will give these often forgotten American workers, great people, the people that built our country, access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker. We will match your contribution with up to $1,000 each year, as we ensure that all Americans can profit from a
president.
rising
Ass
stock
wipe.
market. Let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information.
Nigga, yo, homies, nigga, this nigga is, yo, yeah, I fucking guess he's gonna stop insider trading.
They stood up for that. I can't believe it.
Oh wow, see, look, they stood up for that.
I
See?
can't believe it. Did Nancy Pelosi stand up if she's here?
Why you
Pass
doing
the
that?
Stop Insider
Oh,
Trading
he's
Act
doing-
without
he's
delay.
banging on her. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, he dead just banging on her. He said, yeah, bitch, stand up. That was some real nigga shit though. I can't front.
I wasn't
He
sure
just had
if
his eye
anybody
popping
even
through.
on this side was going to applaud for that. I'm very impressed. Thank you. I'm very impressed.
Nah, this nigga's an asshole.
But when it comes to the corruption that is plundering, it's plundering America. There's been no more stunning example than Minnesota, where
Oh
members
my
of
God.
the Somali
Not gonna lie, this
community
when I
have
won my
pillaged
class
an
presidency.
estimated $19 billion from the American taxpayer. Oh, we have all the information. And in actuality, the number is much higher than that.
Wait,
and
who took
California,
$19 billion from
Massachusetts,
us?
Maine, and many other states are even worse. This is the kind of corruption that shreds the fabric of a nation, and we are working on it like you wouldn't believe. So tonight, although started 4 months ago, I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President J.D. Vance.
Oh my God. What the fuck? The war on fraud. Why did they just pan it to Doritos? Wait, this gotta be racist.
We'll get it done. And if we're able to find enough of that fraud, we will actually have a balanced budget overnight. It'll go very quickly. That's
Wait,
the kind
what?
of money you're talking about. We'll balance our budget. The Somali pirates who ransacked Minnesota remind us that there are large parts of the world where bribery, corruption, and lawlessness are the norm, not the exception. Importing these cultures through unrestricted immigration and open borders brings those problems right here to the USA. And it is the American people who pay the price in higher medical
Oh, he
bills,
talking
car
about kicking
insurance
niggas out.
rates, rent, taxes, and perhaps most importantly, crime. We will take care of this problem. We're going to take care of this problem.
Oh, he talking about kicking niggas out.
Delilah.
Wait, they better get kicked out? Or they good people? They good people?
Delilah Coleman was only 5 years old in June 2024 when a 18-wheel tractor trailer plowed into her stopped car traveling at 60 miles an hour or more. The driver was an illegal alien let in by Joe Biden and given a commercial driver's license by Open Borders politicians in California. Doctors said Delilah would never be able to walk or talk, have a good life. She wouldn't even be able to eat again. But against all odds, she is now in the first grade learning to walk. And she's here this evening with her dad, Marcus, a fantastic man. Delilah, please, you are a great inspiration. Please stand up.
You gotta find the wildest stories, bro, so you could, for me, paint your narrative, bro. That is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I did just see a crazy video on Twitter. A nigga was driving a four-wheeler. He was driving an 18-wheeler the wrong way. And he clearly wasn't from here. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you, Delilah.
Like, he was like, it was some dumb shit.
Many, if not most, illegal aliens do not speak English and cannot read even the most basic road signs as to direction, speed, danger, or location. That's why tonight I'm calling on Congress to pass what we will call the Delilah Law, barring any state from granting commercial driver's licenses to illegal aliens.
Oh! No! Holy shit! Trump is patching bull! Oh my God!
And yesterday, as you probably saw at the White House,
this
I
nigga's
hosted
tips.
a ceremony with Americans who lost their treasured loved ones to the scourge of illegal immigration. People came into our country, how we allowed this to happen with our open borders. These are the angel moms and families that for decades our government betrayed and our media totally ignored. It was terrible. Hard to believe, actually. In 2023, a 16-year-old high school cheerleader named Elizabeth Medina was supposed to perform in her town's Christmas parade.
Trump, that's how a real leader talk, listen carefully.
Jacqueline went home to look for her, and she found her lying dead in a bathtub, bleeding profusely after being stabbed 25 times. Elizabeth's killer was a previously arrested illegal alien who had broken in and brutally extinguished the brightest light in her family's life.
Damn.
Violently and viciously. Her heartbroken mother is in the gallery to remind everyone in this chamber exactly why we are deporting illegal alien criminals to our country at record numbers, and we're getting them the hell out of here fast. We don't want them.
Damn.
Hold on now. Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Thank you. We can never forget that many in this room
Hold on now.
not only allowed the border invasion to happen before I got involved, but indeed they would do it all over again if they ever had the chance. If they ever got elected, they would open up those borders to some of the worst criminals anywhere in the world. The only thing standing between Americans and a wide open border right now is President Donald J. Trump and our great Republican patriots in Congress. Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, who do you decide on?
As we speak, Democrats in this chamber have cut off all funding for the Department of Homeland Security. It's all cut off. It's all cut off. They have instituted another Democrat shutdown, the first one costing us 2 points on GDP. 2 points we lost on GDP, which probably made them quite happy, actually.
Do we need Homeland Security?
The agency responsible for protecting Americans from terrorists and murderers. Tonight, I'm demanding the full and immediate restoration of all funding for the border security, Homeland Security of the United States, and also for helping people clean up their snow. We have no money because of the Democrats, and it would be nice. We'd love to give you a hand at cleaning it up, but you gave no money.
Yo,
Nobody's
I
getting
heard
paid.
that.
It's a shame. So you have to think about it. We have, in case you didn't know, a pretty large snowstorm out there. One of the great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans the chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe. So tonight, I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
He's testing niggas' cards right now. How much you got sent from Chicago to East Coast to file and let us know? Oh, wait. Wow. Nah, he's saying, yo, all you niggas is pussies. He's saying all you Democrat niggas is pussies. Look at you. I ain't gonna lie, stay your ground. Stay your ground. Stay your ground, Blue. Fuck that nigga Trump. I'm playing both sides. Yo. Hey, I know that nigga hate that nigga, bro. Aren't you a Democrat? All right, if you guys did want to know, last year I voted blue. Now I got no problem with anybody that vote red, but last year I did vote blue. Nigga, you think AOC is still here? Nigga, yo, she did not fuck with that Trump nigga. Yo, they still clapping. God
Isn't
damn.
it a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials.
Yeah, Dorito.
Who block the removal
Pop
of
your shit,
criminal
Dorito.
aliens. In many cases, drug
Pop your
lords,
shit, Dorito.
murderers
Pop his
over our
bomb,
country.
nigga.
They're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be
Why
ashamed
is there a
of yourself.
screaming match in the middle of this shit, bruh? During Ramadan, like, yo, this nigga Trump got this nigga Trump got her out her body during Ramadan. She's supposed to be peaceful and some more shit. Yo, she have to say, yo, fuck you, fucking, yo, woo. USA! USA! USA!
And perhaps most importantly,
What's
I'm
up, Buzz?
asking you to approve the Save America Act.
What the fuck is that? Save America Act.
To stop illegal aliens and others who are
Nah, he's
unpermitted
overly
persons
wired
from
in.
voting in our sacred American elections. That cheating is rampant in our elections. It's rampant. It's very simple. All voters must show voter ID.
Okay, I mean, I'm not really opposed to that one.
All
That's-
voters must show proof of citizenship in order to vote.
I think an ID. I think you have to have an ID if you want to vote.
Mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. None.
You should never be able to walk in
And
and
this
say your
should
name
be
without
an
social
easy
proof
one, and by the
identity.
way, it's
That is
polling
fair.
at
I will say,
89%,
I can't.
including Democrats.
I can fair that.
89%.
If you're gonna vote, you have to have an ID at least with the state, with a state. Specifically, it should be the state that
And even
you're
the new
voting, not
communist
personal
mayor
state.
of New York City, I think he's a nice guy, actually. Speak to him a lot. Bad policy, but nice
So
guy.
homeless niggas
Just
can't
said they
vote?
want people to shovel snow. They got hit hard. Wants them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a Social Security card. Yet they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting in America. No, it's no good.
Bruh, I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Both Republicans and Democrats overwhelmingly
Yes, I know
agree
that you
on
homeless,
the
bruh,
policy
but I'm
that
not gonna lie.
we just enunciated. And Congress
I don't know,
should
bruh.
unite
It's
and
like, I
enact
don't
this
know.
common sense, country-saving legislation right now, and it should be before anything else happens.
Wait. What did I miss? Wait, he's cutting off niggas shoveling? Niggas can't shovel no more? Look at Auntie. Only illegals be doing their job? Oh, so...
And the reason they don't want to do it, why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason. They make up all excuses. They say it's racist. They come up with things you almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat. They have cheated. And their policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And we're going to stop it. We have to stop it, John.
Who the fuck is John?
And here is one more opportunity to show common sense in government. In the gallery tonight are Sage Blair and her mother, Michelle. In 2021, Sage was 14 when school officials in Virginia sought to socially transition her to a new gender, treating her as a boy and hiding it from her parents. Hard to believe, isn't it? Before long, a confused Sage ran away from home after she was found in a horrific situation in Maryland.
Wait,
A
what?
left-wing judge refused to return Sage to her parents because they did not immediately state that their daughter was their son. Sage was thrown into an all-boys state home and suffered terribly for a long time. But today, all of that is behind them because Sage is a proud and wonderful young woman with a full-ride scholarship to Liberty University. Sage and Michelle, please stand up.
Lock it! Yes! Lock it, bitch! I know that's right! Wait, alright. No offense, what did they start off as? And what the fuck is Liberty University?
That we're even speaking about things like this. 15 years ago, if somebody was up here and said that, they'd say, what's wrong with him? But now we have to say it because it's going on all over numerous states without even telling the parents. But surely
did he
we can
just
all
say
agree
he don't know what's
no
wrong with
state can be
Sage?
allowed to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we're even talking about this? We must ban it, and we must ban it immediately. Look, nobody stands up. These people are crazy, I'm telling you. They're crazy.
Yo, he's dead saying fuck you niggas, bro. And these niggas can't say nothing back to
Boy,
him.
oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this, Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we?
Nah, this shit is entertainment. This guy.
No one cares more about protecting America's youth than our wonderful First Lady. Now a movie star. She's a movie star. Can you believe it? Who would have believed that? Over the past year, she has had an incredible impact championing
Is she a real
AI
person?
legislation, advancing a landmark executive order on foster care, and helping secure $30 million to launch the Melania Trump Foster Youth to Independence Initiative. It's a tremendous, really a tremendous thing that happened and had a lot of bipartisan support. She gets much better bipartisan support than I do. I get none. She gets a lot. Someday you're going to have to tell me how you did that. And students and educators in every state have joined the First Lady's efforts in the presidential AI challenge, keeping America's next generation positioned to succeed and strongly succeed in the future. Tonight, we welcome two young people whose lives reflect the First Lady's impact, Sierra Burns and Everest Nevermont. Thank you both, and Melania, thank you. I know how hard you worked on it. Thank you very much.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. We're not that deep. I'm not that deep. I'm not that deep in it. You could take that to somebody else's shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I respect you know what I'm saying, everybody, bro.
I'm very proud to say that during my time in office, both the first 4 years and in particular this last year, there has been a tremendous renewal in religion, faith, Christianity, and belief in God. Tremendous renewal.
That is true. I think niggas is jacking Jesus more often than not late nowadays.
This is especially true among young people, and a big part of that had to do with my great friend, Charlie Kirk, a great guy, great man.
Oh! There's the name! Oh, she's there!
So last year, Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin and martyred, really martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand.
All right, this may be bad, so I'm gonna get somebody Kirk for shit.
Thank you, Erica. Been through a lot. In Charlie's memory, we must all come together to reaffirm that America is one nation under God, and we must totally
some niggas
reject
cheering Charlie like this shit was a pep rally?
of any kind.
They was cheering that shit like it was a fucking pep rally, nigga. This is the State of the Union, gang. Talking to the country right now.
We love religion, and we love bringing it back. And it's coming back at levels that nobody actually thought possible. It's really a beautiful thing to see. Above all, unleashing America's promise requires keeping our communities safe. We have made incredible strides, yet dangerous repeat offenders continue to be released by pro-crime Democrat politicians again and again. We are honored to be joined tonight by a woman who's been through hell, Anya Zarutska. In 2022, she and her beautiful daughter, so beautiful, what a beautiful young woman.
Live, nigga.
War-torn Ukraine to live with relatives near Charlotte, North Carolina. And by the way, what's going on with Charlotte? Last summer, 23-year-old Irina was riding home on the train when a deranged monster who had been arrested over a dozen times and was released through no cash bail, stood up and viciously slashed a knife through her neck and body.
Damn.
No one will ever forget. There were people on that train. No one will ever forget the expression of terror on Irina's face as she looked up
video that
at her
went viral
attacker
on
in the
Twitter?
last seconds of her life. She died instantly. She had escaped a brutal war only to be slain by a hardened criminal,
Yes.
set free to kill in America. Came in through open
I gotta
borders.
give respect to that one.
Mrs. Zaretsky, tonight I promise you we will
That-
ensure
that
justice
was
for your
nutty.
magnificent daughter.
That was
Irina.
I gotta give condolences. That shit was disturbing to watch. That was definitely something disturbing to watch. Who died? No, this is no. All right, this is the State of the Union. So every term, a president comes and addresses the nation and talks about the current state of the nation, and he basically talks to the country.
How do you not stand? I'm asking this Congress to pass tough legislation to ensure that violent and dangerous repeat offenders are put behind bars, and importantly, that they stay there.
Fine shit.
Starting last summer, I deployed our National Guard and federal law enforcement to restore law and order to our most dangerous cities, including Memphis, Tennessee, big success, New Orleans, Louisiana, big success, and our nation's capital itself, Washington, D.C., where we have almost no crime anymore in Washington, D.C. How did that happen?
Hey, it's them young niggas. Hey, I get salute to that. You gotta exterminate niggas in all those cities. Memphis, you know who came from Memphis.
In fact, crime in Washington is now at the lowest level ever recorded, and murders in D.C. this January were down close to 100% from a year ago.
No crime in D.C. because Steve in check. Hey, that little nigga Steve knew to stop riding that nigga bike with no lights, nigga. But your ass getting a ticket.
They don't like to hear
Fuck,
that.
nigga.
One of sick people, one of the brave service members who helped achieve this stunning turnaround was 20-year-old West Virginia Army National Guard Specialist Sarah Beckstrom. After a 4-month deployment, she voluntarily extended her service, and her rank was going to be lifted. She was doing so well. They were so proud of her. But the very next day, she was on patrol near the White House when she was ambushed and shot in the head by a terrorist monster from Afghanistan. Shouldn't have been in our country. And all because she wore the uniform of our nation, she was shot. He traveled here because he didn't like people wearing our uniform. He was sick and deranged, shouldn't have been in our country. Sarah Beckstrom died in order to defend our capital, and we are honored to be joined by her wonderful parents, Gary and Eva Lee. Your daughter was a true American patriot, and she will be greatly missed. She was a great person. I saw reports on her. They've never seen anything like her.
What is this? All right, this is the State of the Union. Trump is basically talking to the country, and he's saying what the good has been and what the bad has been.
So sorry.
You and Enrique
Thank you very
involved
much.
in El Mencho's downfall.
A great young lady. I saw reports that were like, perfect. She was perfect. Serving alongside Sarah that day was Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. The terrorist shot Andrew in the head, and no one thought he could possibly make it. The two of them, Sarah and Andrew, both shot
Can we watch Nick's
violently in
version
the head.
PLS? You need
Neither was
context.
expected to make it.
Keep the context.
They weren't even given a chance,
I
except
can use context clues.
his wonderful mother, named Melody, who I spoke to the same night, and she was so positive. The doctors thought that Andrew was gone, but his mother said, no, no, Mr. President, Andrew will be fine. He's going to make it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, he was given almost no chance. She said, I have no doubt, sir, he's going to be okay. This was a conversation that I had with her that night, with her son laying helplessly in bed, blood all over. Everybody is praying, she said, sir, he will be okay. The doctors didn't understand what she was saying. And after looking at the results of the damage done, neither did I. She was so strong and conclusive that even Andrew's great father felt she didn't really understand the gravity of the situation. But she turned out to be right. Right, Melanie? She turned out to be right.
That nigga be twitching? Got a trucker with the sheet. Hey, that's a country nigga for real. I know we brought the Christmas thing. I know we did, man. Did he vent from the Indian sideboard? Why is he doing this? Oh, don't some niggas be having like face twitches? Like, and like no matter what, like they should be like.
Amazing, actually. I said, where does this woman come from? She's the most positive person I've ever met.
He got shot in the head.
With God's help, Andrew has battled back from the edge of death, and we're talking about the edge of death, on his way to a miraculous recovery. He's got a little work to do, but he's doing great. Nice to see. He's a good-looking guy. Nice to see you. Thanks, Andrew.
He got shot in the head.
Thank you very much.
I'm not gonna lie, never mind. Yo, hats off to that nigga, bro. I was wondering where the face.
So, Andrew, while you're up, now I'm going to ask a highly respected General James Seward to present Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf and the great family of Sarah Beckstrom with the award created by our late great President George Washington himself. It's called the Purple Heart.
Oh my God! Wait, you just got the Purple Heart? Wait, hold on. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, wait. That's low-key, this low-key history, chat. I don't know who the nigga is, but you know what I'm saying? They don't give out the Purple Heart to anybody, you know what I'm saying? Giving then the army niggas the Purple Heart kind of crazy, but nobody's alive. Oh, you say giving a non-military nigga a Purple Heart is crazy? I'm not gonna lie, I ain't seen that. He was in the army. He was in the National Guard. He was in the National Guard.
We love you
Liam.
all.
He was protecting the White House.
We're proudly restoring
National
safety
Guard's
for
military, right?
Americans at home, and we are also restoring security for Americans abroad. Our country has never been
Nah, yeah, he was in
stronger.
the
My
National Guard.
first 10 months, I ended 8 wars, including Cambodia.
That's hard, I'm not gonna lie.
Isn't it funny? Sick people. Cambodia and Thailand, Pakistan and India would have been a nuclear war. 35 million people said the Prime Minister of Pakistan would have died if it were not for my involvement. Kosovo and Serbia, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, Armenia and Azerbaijan,
Is he dissing
the
niggas?
Congo and Rwanda, and of course the war in Gaza, which proceeds at a very low level. It's just about there. And I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner for your help. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Michael.
My fault, chat. You did? My fault. What's up, Prison Mike?
People like you.
This nigga just said the war between Iran and
Marco
Israel
got
is over.
100% of the votes when he was in confirmation. I think our next one was about 54%. And some of the Democrats are now saying, I can't believe we approved that guy. And he said it's an honor that they feel that way, right, Marco? You have done a great job, great Secretary of State. I think he'll go down as the best ever. Under the ceasefire I negotiated, every single hostage, both living and dead, has been returned home. Can you believe that?
I gotta log into it. I got you.
Nobody thought it was possible. Nobody thought that was possible. Both living and dead, and those parents who had a dead son, their boy, they'd always tell me their boy, they wanted him as much as though he were living. That was an amazing period of time. And they came back, and when we got all of the living hostages back, and many, many before them, but I always said those last 20 are going to be very tough, but we got many, many more, hundreds. But I said those last 20 are going to be tough. We got them back. But we only got back 14 or 15 of the dead, of the 28. And believe it or not, Hamas worked along with Israel, and they dug, and they dug, and they dug. It's a tough thing to do, going through bodies all over, passing up 100 bodies sometimes for each one that they found. Tough job. And they finally got it back to 27. And then Steve and Jared, they got it back to 28. They found all 28. Nobody thought that was possible, but we did it. And I remember the family of the 28th. They were so grieved, but they were so happy as it's possible to be. They had their boy back. The mother said, "Sir, we have our boy back." What a period of time that was, but we got them all back. So thank you both very much. Great job.
Glad we got our boys back, man. That gotta be, I ain't gonna lie, man, as a parent, bro, that has to be one of the worst feelings in the world. I don't give a fuck how old your kid is, bro. Your kid is held ransom in another country.
The killing and slaughter between Russia and Ukraine, where 25,000 soldiers are dying each and every month. Think of that, 25,000 soldiers are dying a month. A war which would have never happened if I were president. Would have never happened. As president, I will make peace wherever I can, but I will never hesitate to confront threats to America wherever we must. That's why in a breakthrough operation last June, the United States military obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons program with an attack on Iranian soil known as Operation Midnight Hammer.
Oh my God, wait, do you niggas remember that? They was dropping bombs in Iran. That shit went viral on Twitter, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was crazy.
For decades, it had been the policy of the United States.
I do remember that. That shit was
Iran
fucking nutty.
A nuclear weapon. Many decades. Since they seized control of that proud nation 47 years ago, the regime and its murderous proxies have spread nothing but terrorism and death and hate. They've killed and maimed thousands of American service members and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people with what's called roadside bombs. They were the kings of the roadside bomb. And we took out Soleimani. I did that during my first term.
You may actually, like, quite literally, you may not come home.
He was the father of the roadside bomb.
Genuinely, no bullshit, all bullshit aside, you may not come home, little nigga. Are you prepared for that? Like, this is no trolling. Like, you genuinely may not come home.
Just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at least, it looks like, 32,000 protesters. 32,000 protesters in their own country. They shot them and hung them. We stopped them from hanging a lot of them with the threat of serious violence. But this is some terrible people. They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, and in particular, nuclear weapons. Yet they continue, starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again. And
Well,
are this
shit,
moment
nigga.
again
I
pursuing
mean,
their
I would
sinister
too. If you destroy all my
ambitions. We are
nukes,
in
I'm gonna start
negotiations
building
with
some
them.
new
They want
ones
to make a deal,
too.
but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon. My preference.
Oh, this nigga's a bully. Well, I'm not gonna lie, they didn't honor their agreement. They said that they wouldn't have nukes. They started building nukes. We destroyed their nukes. That's basically what just happened.
My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never
Diplomacy.
allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen.
Yo, gang, what if a bomb just dropped on our house right now? That shit would be fucking insane.
And no nation should ever doubt America's resolve. We have the most powerful military on earth. I rebuilt the military in my first term. We're going to
True.
continue to do so. Also, we just approved a $1 trillion budget. We have no choice. We have to be strong, because hopefully we will seldom have to use this great power that we built together. It's really called peace through strength, and it's been very, very effective.
Diplomacy, acting diplomatic, it is being peaceful, lumbering.
So thanks to Republicans in Congress, we're investing that record number of dollars, have no choice, in the United States Armed Forces.
Nigga say,
Also
yo,
creating a lot of jobs,
no
but we're not even
choice.
doing it for that reason. Because as I said, we have more jobs, more people working today than ever before in the history of our country. And NATO countries are friends and allies. They are. They're our friends.
Yeah,
and
you
they're our
niggas got
allies. Have
jobs?
just agreed at my very strong request to pay 5% of GDP for military defense rather than the 2%, which they weren't paying. We were paying for almost all of NATO. Now they're paying 5 as opposed to not paying 3.
Okay, we told niggas to pay their bills. Okay, cool.
And getting that 5% was something which everyone said would never be done, could not happen. We got it really easily with one meeting. And big difference between 2% that's not paid. We were paying the freight of many of them. Very few were paid up. Now 5%, then they're paid. And everything we send over to Ukraine is sent through NATO, and they pay us in full. They pay us
Everything since you
totally in
created since
full.
NATO, they pay
Every
us.
branch of our armed forces is setting records for recruitment. This is so exciting. And every service member recently.
Niggas is going to the military? Who the fuck? Who lying to this nigga? Why is he lying? Nobody going, yo.
And every service member recently received a warrior dividend of $1,776.
I don't think Iran should have nukes, but you can prevent them by setting up parameters and not allowing uranium, which is notoriously easy to detect in order to create a war.
You know, they put it on my desk. We got the money
You're
from
not gonna put
tariffs
in
and
a
other
fucking
things. A lot of money
uranium
we have. We have
detector,
much
bro,
more money than
in
people understand.
Iran.
Have to rebuild that program a little bit, but it won't take long. But we got the money, and it was $1,775, and they wanted my approval. And I said, what's the number? $1,775. I said, wait a minute. For one more dollar, we can have $1,776. It's going to. I said, we're going to figure that. I never asked anybody if we could afford it. One more dollar. I said, $1,776. And I said, that's good. And I'll tell you what, our military, that was 4 months ago, our military, I never see a person in the military that doesn't thank me for it, so we're honored to do it. They deserve it. And
I think having a multi-world power is best.
And we love our
I'm not gonna lie though, Ben.
law enforcement.
Why would you want other niggas to
firemen.
be
You know,
OP just like you?
Enough. We love our firemen. We're also.
At the end of the day, you do want to win. So like, if a nigga got the same shit as you ain't equal. I'm America first. Still, if I could trust our government, I think it's that only move. I mean,
we're
think
also
about
restoring American security and dominance in the Western Hemisphere, acting to secure our national interests and defend our country from violence, drugs, terrorism, and foreign interference. For years, large swaths of territory in our region, including large parts of Mexico, really large parts of Mexico, have been controlled by murderous drug cartels. That's why I designated these cartels as foreign
they don't got no more.
terrorist
They don't got more
organizations,
military
and
than us.
Declared
we got some
illicit
shit
fentanyl
that I
as
know
a
we got some
weapon
shit
of
that's crazy.
mass destruction.
You know how many jets we got? You know how many airships we got? You know how many carriers we have? You know how many helicopters we got? You know how many fucking guns we got? Everybody here got a
And
gun.
with our new
I got a
military
gun.
campaign, we
Everybody
have
here
stopped
has
record
guns.
amounts of drugs coming
Everybody
into our
got a gun.
country and virtually stopped it
Niggas walking around with
completely
ARPs
coming
in
in by
Chicago
water
like
or
it's
sea.
nothing.
You probably noticed that. We very seriously damaged their fishing industry also. Nobody wants to go fishing anymore. We've also taken down one of the most sinister cartel kingpins of all.
right?
You saw that yesterday. In
Why
January,
would you, know what I'm saying, bro? All right, China can ruin the economy. Chat, who here got a gun?
in January, elite American warriors carried out one of the most complex, spectacular feats of military competence and power in world history. No one's seen anything like it. Foreign leaders, I won't tell you who, called me and they said, very impressive, very good. They couldn't believe, they all watched, they saw what happened. This is a different fighting force that we had years ago when we fought to tie. You know, it's a great fighting force. I'm so proud of it. Look at Space Force. Space Force is my baby. Because we did that. My baby.
Wait, you talking about Venezuela? I'm not gonna lie, that was gangster. I can't prove it. That was fucked up, but Venezuela was in a shitty state anyway. War-torn country. For me, corrupt-ass
And
leaders.
America's armed forces overwhelmed all defenses and utterly defeated an enemy, good fighters, to end the reign of outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro and bring him to face American justice. And this was an absolutely colossal victory for the security of the United States, and it also opens up a bright new beginning for the people of Venezuela. We're working closely with the new president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, to unleash extraordinary economic gains for both of our countries and to bring new hope to those who have suffered so terribly.
Is he linked to any cartels?
With us tonight is Alejandro Gonzalez. She grew up in a tight-knit Venezuelan family and was especially close to her beloved uncle Enrique. But after Enrique ran for office and opposed Maduro, he was kidnapped by Maduro's security forces and thrown into the regime's really infamous prison in Caracas. Alejandro feared she would never see her uncle again. She feared for her own life also. But since the raid, we have worked with the new leadership, and they have ordered the closure of that vile prison and released hundreds of political prisoners already, with more to come. Alejandro, I'm pleased to inform you that not only has your uncle been released, but he is here tonight. We brought him over to celebrate his freedom with you in person. Enrique, please come down.
This is fucking Maury. Unk in the spot. Aww. This this is a fucking reality show. Nah, this is definitely a reality TV show. Shout out to her though. She got her uncle back. That's fire. Nigga, My Nation is an episode of Lord. You are
Thank you,
not
Enrique.
the father.
Have a good time. Nice to have you back, Enrique.
Enrique, man. Welcome back, Rick.
There were many heroes on that January raid to capture Maduro. Really great heroes. It was very dangerous. They knew we were coming. They were all set. But the deeds of one warrior that night will live forever in the eternal chronicles of military valor. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Eric Slover,
Here you go dissing niggas.
planned the mission and was the flight lead in the cockpit of the first helicopter. A big, beautiful, powerful helicopter. It was a massive Chinook carrying, as you can imagine, many, many American warfighters. Wearing the dog tags, his wife Amy had blessed with holy water before he left. She knew it was going to be a rough one. Eric steered the Chinook under the cover of night and descended swiftly upon Maduro's heavily protected military fortress. This was a major military installation, protected by thousands of soldiers and guarded by Russian and Chinese military technology. How did that work out? Not too good. While preparing to land, enemy machine guns fired from every angle, and Eric was hit very badly in the leg and hip, one bullet after another. He absorbed 4 agonizing shots, shredding his leg into numerous pieces. And yet, despite the fact that the use of his legs was vital to successful helicopter flight, legs are the most important part of flying a helicopter. To deliver the many commandos who would capture and detain Maduro was the only thing Eric was thinking about. Then, even as he was gushing blood, which was flowing back down the aisle, helicopter lands at a steep angle.
Fuck you mean? Who coming to the back gate? I'm not gonna lie, bro. You gonna have to get that.
Eric maneuvered his helicopter with all of those lives and souls to face the enemy and let his gunners eliminate the threat. Turned the helicopter around so the gunners could take care of business, saving the lives of his fellow warriors from what could have been a catastrophic crash deep in enemy territory. Only after safely landing the helicopter with all the warriors aboard in the exact right spot, which was vital to the mission. We probably would have had to maybe cancel the mission if that didn't happen. Eric told his co-pilot, also wounded, but not as gravely, to take over. I'm about ready to pass out.
Damn.
The success of the entire mission and the lives of his fellow warriors hinge on Eric's ability to take the searing pain. It was unbelievable what's happened to his legs.
Yo,
Of the bullets and keep on flying and
nigga, yeah, but I ain't gonna lie though. He
landing.
is talking about the what's it called?
People knew what was happening. Everybody
Chat,
in the back
we
of
got
the
the
helicopter
demon in the
knew
house,
'cause
man.
they saw the blood pouring down the aisle.
We got Miss
Chief
Nigel,
Warrant
man.
Officer Slover is still recovering from his serious wounds, but I'm thrilled to say
Still on
that he
this?
is
Yo,
here
this is
tonight
important.
with
Yo,
his wife
Steve,
Amy.
we were just talking about
Eric,
DC, Steve.
And Amy, come on in.
He brought in another nigga. Oh, he lost his leg. That's hard. That's hard right there. I ain't gonna lie, that's hard right there. Cuz got shot, they blew his leg off. Feel me? Word. This is staying in the news. It's really sad how politicians be using folks in this situation. It's all propaganda. You said it best, bro. Somebody said it best. It's, you know, it's a trauma dumping night, and
So
you're
we have a
basically getting shit on
surprise
everybody else.
for Eric and Amy. In recognition of Eric's actions above and beyond the call of duty, I would now like to ask General Jonathan Braga to present Chief Warrant Officer
What's up, Jay Lee?
with our nation's highest military award, the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Good looking. Yo, Jay Lee, thank you for that follow, Artie. Ravs girl. Oh, wait, what did they even give him? What did they just give him? That's a medal. He got the Congressional Medal of... He just got the Medal of Honor? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not gonna lie to you. He got sit there. I gotta give respect to that. Nigga got shot and they took off his leg. He still manned his team. I gotta give respect to that. They probably is gonna make a movie about this season. No bullshit. Where is Steve Steele Monduro? Niggas lose their legs every day. Fair. I ain't lying. Niggas
Well,
lose
thank
their
you
legs
very
every
much,
day.
Eric and Amy. Great to get to know you. I met with them and with a lot of their fellow warriors at Fort Bragg recently. You notice the name Fort Bragg. We have it back. We brought it back. We won the First World War with it, the Second World War with it, and then they decided to change the name. So we changed it back. Everybody wanted to change back too. And 10 of Eric's fellow warriors from that incredible night of victory will also be receiving medals at a private ceremony that will soon be held at the White House. And Eric will be there.
Oh, so he giving niggas chain. It's chaining day for niggas. I ain't lying. Everybody about to get their chains. That's hard. Yeah, he's saying his whole team about to get a private ceremony. They all about to get chains. Wait, they kicked out the same dude again? Jaden, no one said you gotta like Trump, but this is a veteran who served his bonkers. Clock it.
Thank you, Eric. That's a big one.
Hey, clock it.
Tonight
Hey,
we've celebrated
clock
many
it. You
truly
gotta give respect
extraordinary
where respect
American
is due.
patriots, but there is one last living legend to honor before we go. He is one more heroic American aviator, Navy fighter pilot. Royce Williams served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, flying more than 220 missions. In the skies over Korea in 1952, Royce was in the dogfight of a lifetime, legendary dogfight. Flying through
She got a thing for niggas with money. She got a thing for niggas with money.
his first aerial
Fire
combat
emoji,
of the war,
fire
despite
emoji,
being
fire
massively
emoji,
outnumbered
fire
and
emoji.
outgunned, Royce
Thank you for
led
the
the
4
takedown of
months,
4
Dad.
enemy
The
jets
fuck?
and almost destroyed the others, vanquishing his adversaries while taking 263 bullets to his own
What?
plane and being seriously hurt. His story was secret for over 50
His
years. He
plane
didn't
took
even want to tell his wife, but the
263
legend grew
bullets?
and grew. But tonight, at 100 years old, this
He's
brave
100?
Navy captain is finally getting the recognition he deserves. He was a legend long before this evening. Royce, please stand up, and I will ask the First Lady of the United States to present Captain Royce Williams with his Congressional Medal of Honor.
It's chaining day. See, that's valid change. He fought in World War II through 200-something missions. That's a valid, you feel me? That's a valid medal. I know he seen some wild shit, boy. I know he done seen some shit, boy. World War II and Vietnam. He won a war and he lost the war, so I know he done seen some shit. Woo! Shout out OG, man. If I could pick his brain, man, if I could just see some of them shit, boy, I would need to salute him. Damn, man, that's just crazy. And Korea, he fought in Korea too. Yo, you think he looked like that under? Probably. Damn, that nigga old. Yeah, 100. I ain't gonna lie. That's good, man. That's you, bro. And he was passing on chain. He passing on chain. Hey, nothing wrong with it. Embrace it. I ain't gonna lie, man. When I get balls, I'm about to be looking like Morris Chestnut. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Royce, and thank you, Eric.
I'm gonna look like, you know
I've
what I'm saying?
always wanted the Congressional Medal of Honor, but I was informed I'm not allowed to give it to myself, and I wouldn't know why I'd be taking it, but if they ever open up that law, I will be there with you someday. But you know, that's our highest honor, Congressional Medal of Honor, and that's a big thing, and it's an honor to be in the same room with you. Thank you both very much, Eric. Thank you. Thank you. 250 years is a long time in the life of a nation, but in another sense, it's really a mere moment in the eye of history. Two of the gentlemen we met in the gallery this evening took their first breaths 1 century ago, 100 years before that, on July 4th, 1826, the author of the Declaration of Independence, brilliant, Thomas Jefferson, drew his last breath.
Shout out Tommy.
Just a single long human lifespan separates the giants who declared and won our independence from the heroes who stand among us tonight. Everything our nation has done, everything we have achieved, has been the work of those few great lifetimes. In those brief chapters, Americans built this nation from 13 humble colonies into the pinnacle of human civilization and human freedom, the strongest, wealthiest, most powerful, most successful nation.
Y'all kind of took over the rest
Americans
of the land, but we're not gonna say anything about that. You know what I'm saying?
Dangerous continent.
We'll sweep that under the rug.
We carved paths through an unforgiving wilderness, settled a boundless frontier, and tamed the beautiful but very, very dangerous Wild West. From empty marshes and wide open plains, we raised up the world's greatest cities. Together, we mastered the world's mightiest industries and shattered history's monstrous tyrannies. And we liberated millions from the chains of fascism, communism, oppression, and terror. Americans lifted humanity into the skies on the wings of aluminum and steel. And then we launched mankind into the stars on rockets powered by sheer American will and unyielding American pride.
This is a good monologue right here.
We wired the globe with our ingenuity. We captivated the planet with American culture. And now we are pioneering the next great American breakthroughs that will change the entire world. All of this and so much more is the enduring legacy, unmatched glory of the hardworking patriots who built and defended this country and who still carry the hopes and freedoms on all of humanity's backs. For years they were forgotten, betrayed, and cast aside, but that great betrayal is over and they will never be forgotten again, because when the world needs courage, daring, vision, and inspiration, it is still turning to America. And when God needs a nation to work his miracles, he knows exactly who to ask. There is no challenge Americans cannot overcome, no frontier too vast for us to conquer, no dream too bold for us to chase, no horizon too distant for us to claim. For our destiny is written by the hand of providence, and these first 250 years were just the beginning.
Talk that talk, Big
From
T.
the rugged border towns of Texas
Where's
to
the
the
big
heartland
Yahoo?
villages
Yo, what's up,
of
Hobby?
Michigan, from the sun-kissed
who's
shores
that?
of Florida to the endless fields of the Dakotas, and from the historic streets of Philadelphia to right here in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., the golden age of America is upon us. The revolution that began in 1776 has not ended. It still continues because the flame of liberty and independence still burns in the heart of every American patriot. And our future will be bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
Nah, look at the Democrats. Nah, they out of there. They say, yo, fuck this nigga, yo, we not staying here any second longer.
10:59 p.m. here on the East Coast. The first State of the Union address of Donald J. Trump's second term is in the books. You saw on the wide shot there. Members rushing for the exits. If they hurry, they can maybe make it in front of the cameras and the iPhones in time for their local news and to get the reaction in. It was an extraordinary speech, the longest to a joint session in history, the longest State of the Union in history. In some ways, vintage Trump, combative, populist. Historic for other reasons as well. The first part of the speech, all about the economy, an issue we know a lot of Americans want to hear about. He touts it, but he does so against a wall of negative opinion that we see in our polls. And then really all the energy of the speech, the heart of the speech, on culture issues through the middle. Immigration, gender, voter ID, and a line that wasn't in the script, but he ad-libbed. The first duty of elected officials is to protect Americans, not illegal aliens. He seemed at times to be goading Democrats into reacting, and at times they took that bait. On that note, let's go to Ed O'Keefe, who had a view from inside the chamber as we see the president shaking hands on his way out.
Yo,
Ed?
what if Trump just got kirked right now?
Tony, 1 hour, 47 minutes, 44 seconds from the president. Felt like a bit of a variety show at times as people came out of various doors here in the chamber to greet the audience, but it got ugly.
I think Democrats will be in office in 28. I'm not gonna lie, bro. The way that Trump is moving, bro, he's reverting everything that Democrats did in the last 10 years. Like, quite honestly. All right. I think Did you not see what's it called? Don't give a fuck how much shit Trump spew. I disagree with. I'm flicking up if I spot him. On some shit. I ain't gonna lie, on some shit. But wait, you do realize that. Hold on.